Hello guys, this is Magic Tray, and I'm showing you some resolution comparisons between native 1440p versus native PS2. I will also be doing some frame rate testing and show you guys the best settings for Evil Dead Regenerations. We are using large frame buffer, 2560 by 1440, 16 times anisotropic filtering, mapping is off, full direct 3D recommended is on, 16 times MSAA, nothing else is on. Running MSAA at native 1440p on Evil Dead Regenerations costs 2.2 GB of video RAM. Shader configuration, we have texture filtering of display, FXAA shader is on. Let's check the emulation settings. We are using MTVU. You don't need MTVU. I do not recommend it for this game, but if you're using 16 times MSAA at 1440p, you may run into some slowdown, so turn it on if you need to. I have 6 cores. The hack wants you to have 3+ cores, so if you have more than 3 cores you should be fine. Let's check out the dimensions on this game. So the game targets 640 by 448. Let's have a look at it. Now at 640 by 448 there is going to be loads of shimmering, and the first thing to point out is on the ground there are tons of shimmering. That's due to the lack of texture filtering on software mode. And that's how the game was made. They only used bilinear or trilinear texture filtering, so that's what causes a lot of shimmering. But if you look at the walls, it looks quite fine because it doesn't really affect it much, and this is what it looks like. Now this game does target 30 frames per second as well. Let's have a look at native 1440p. At native 1440p we have 16 times anisotropic filtering enabled, so all the aliasing on the ground is eliminated, plus the blurriness, which doesn't really affect PlayStation 2 games, but that's also pushed back as well at an invisible point, so you can't really see it. There is some visible flickering on the wall there, but that's just emulation issues. Can't do anything about that. Other than that, everything looks clear. All the aliasing is pretty much eliminated at this resolution. Let's have a look over here. Before we do, let's press start. I am using bilinear PS2, bilinear forced. I was using bilinear PS2 just recently, but I thought I'd check this out, and unfortunately bilinear forced, the texture filtering I'm using, actually it blurs off all the text HUD as you see right here, and also the back and the select button and the button HUD as well. That's all been smoothed off, not really that well in my opinion. Some games do it better, this one's not doing a good job out of it, plus it also blurs it off, so it doesn't look really that sharp at all, even though text HUDs or HUDs in general on PlayStation 2 games are already made at a low resolution way back in the day with the hardware they had. But if you use bilinear PS2 it looks a lot clearer, so I'd recommend bilinear PS2 for this game at least. The rest of the text or the decoration HUDs are have already been filtered by using bilinear PS2, but yeah, this game can use bilinear forced. Other than that, let's have another look at native PS2. So from freezing that frame to my 1440p I was just on, you could see a clear difference. Everything got a lot more blurrier and a lot more jaggies on the screen. Let's go back to native 1440p from right here. Now if you notice, the skeletons were very hard to see at native PS2, but now they're a lot more visible at native 1440p. Now I'm getting destroyed here, which is alright, I don't mind, but other than that, that's pretty much it guys. Thank you guys for watching, see you later.